Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Questions continue tonight with just 3 weeks to go before Election Day. They're being fueled by a mix-up that led to 200 mail-in ballots being dropped off at the wrong location in Cass County.
Valley News Team's Courtney.
Concern regarding mail-in voting is heightening nationwide, and now here in the received a flat of 200 ballots not meant for them.
It's something that shouldn't happen, but mistakes happen every once in a while.
Notified them right away, and the Fargo postmaster took the ballots to the right place. We reached out to the postmaster, but haven't heard back. Mistakes like this have some running to the polls.
I think mail-in voting is a complete.
Still, Monteplaisir is preparing to count record-breaking numbers of votes submitted by mail.
In a normal general election, we get about 8,000.
Well, I believe that mail-in voting is safe, and we all should just
apply for a ballot and sign.
When the ballot comes back, we have to match it up with that original application. And then, of course, we have to check the signature to make sure the signatures match.
So far, they've received over 10,000 ballots to be counted. And if you're still not convinced, early voting opens next week. Valley News Live.
For more information on how and where you can vote, download the VNL News app.
Our weather slide has begun, and by the weekend it could get even more slippery thanks to unwanted.
We're off after gusts hit 40 miles per hour right here in the Red River Valley from the Pembina area all the way down through the FM area. Temperatures in the low 50s in Minnesota, still holding on to not far from 60 here in southeast North Dakota. And a look at those wind speeds currently 20 miles per hour from the here where you see the yellow colors, still gusts near 30 miles per hour for Devil's Lake. Clouds building in just like last night. Overnight showers are on their way. Continues as we head towards sunset here on your tower cam. Then overnight a chance for some sprinkles. This is at the 2 o'clock in the morning hour, so overnight rain. Have to be accumulating snow. The latest in your hour-by-hour forecast here in just a bit. I can say that.
Okay, all right, thanks.
A surge in COVID-19 cases has a school district reconsidering its approach to teaching. The superintendent of Central Cass Public Schools says positive cases in the high school have increased to just under 3%, which means that 30 with a positive person. The students are being closely monitored, and a recommendation will be made by the school board by the end of the week.
The search continues. 8th Street South, that's in the Hawthorne neighborhood. A perimeter was set up, but police were unable to find him.
A settlement has been reached in the civil lawsuit surrounding the death of a man who was arrested. 2-year-old Warren Lindvold filed the lawsuit against the city Barnes case after he was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. The lawsuit claimed did not admit to any liability. The settlement is for half of the defendants.
A Fargo woman accused of stabbing her boyfriend in the groin in May will go on trial in late April of next year. 32-year-old Taryn Stately is charged with murder with intent in the knife hidden in the garbage can. She said she was involved in a physical altercation with Poitras after she confronted him about other women. She said she grabbed a steak knife so Poitras would stay away from her.
Bail has been set at $750,000 for the man accused of leading Otter Tail County deputies on a chase that killed an elderly couple. Cody Frash, he was hospitalized for injuries he got in the wreck.
A local truck driver is reminding others on the road to be more cautious as harvest continues, saying it's always important to drive defensively, but especially during harvest, as most farm equipment are moving and they are very
looking, watching, cars pulling in front of you. I mean, you're driving a semi that's like 80 times like you can like a little car.
Minnesota equipment-related crashes in the state and says that 4 of those were fatality. 4 farm truck-related crashes, but says
What caused a fire that left a major damage to a house. It happened. The homeowners were at work at the time.
Still no word on the cause of a fire that caused $30,000 in damages to a home in Firth Avenue. Firefighters say that the deck and the back of the house were engulfed in the kitchen, but there was smoke damage throughout. There were 2 people inside at the time. They got out safely.
2 men are safe after falling into a Minnesota lake. It happened mid-morning on Upper Rice Lake in southern Clearwater County. They were duck hunting in kayaks. One of them made it back to shore and got help. The man who was still in the water was hanging onto a bag of duck decoys. He was rescued after being in the water for nearly an hour.
Stick around later on Valley News Live at 6. Times are tough on all of us these days, and a new study shows that teachers are.
Temperatures that hit 60 to get today fall considerably as some rain in the forecast overnight. I'll have your hour-by-hour details coming up right after this.